and got the chat.
Okay, and I'm gonna go through and mute everybody, and then Chrissy, can you or maybe I can't. You're gonna have to do that.
Oh,
Because you're listed as the host. And then we can, yeah. Okay, can everybody still hear me? Just shake your heads. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go through hot mess to beautiful bliss, which is a lot of us right now since the beauty salons and so forth aren't open. So if hormones are your chemical messengers, these messengers control most major bodily functions, from simple basic needs like hunger to complex systems like reproduction and even your emotions and mood. So if hormones are good and help with growth, metabolism, fertility, among other things, why do they get so out of whack? They get out of whack because of things that we put into and on our bodies to disrupt them, called endocrine disruptors. Endocrine disruptors mimic hormones. Is it a coincidence that studies show 80% of women suffer from hormone imbalance in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 4 men over 30 have low testosterone? Symptoms of hormonal imbalance in women can include bloating, fatigue, irritability, hair loss, palpitations, mood swings, problems with blood sugar, trouble concentrating, infertility. These are just a few symptoms of hormone imbalance. Symptoms of hormonal imbalance in men can include erectile dysfunction, reduced body hair growth, low sperm count, and reduced sex drive. So these are the culprits: poor diet, toxic liver, colon, Chrissy can attest to, correct? Dormant infection, toxic chemicals, beauty products, non-organic foods, acidic body, chlorinated water, caffeine, genetics. So all of these can cause hormone imbalance. Endocrine disruptors are found in all of these culprits, in the form of phytoestrogens, pesticides, BPA found in plastic, phthalates found in plastic, and cosmetics, fragrance. Anytime you see the word fragrance, it can house up to 3,000 chemicals. Triclosan, UV filter, which is like sunscreen and cosmetics, and there's just so many more. But they can be found in and on our food, personal care products, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, plastics, water, and even in the soil these days. So essential oils are Mother Nature's best tool. They are aromatic, volatile liquids steamed distilled from raw plant material consisting of leaves, wood, roots, seeds, flowers, or rind. They're definitely cost effective. If you think of all of the things that you can switch out using essential oils or essential oil based products, it's amazing how much money you can save doing that. They're recognized like food in our bodies. They're fat soluble, fast, and effective. They are our best tool to fight against endocrine disruptors. Only one company can make the seed to seal promise to you and your families. Seed to seal means the company has complete control over the entire process, from the soil to the bottling. Young Living is the only company that can guarantee this. There is no regulation on essential oils. In order for a bottle of oil to be labeled therapeutic and pure, companies only need to have 10% of oil in the bottle. They can fill the rest with a carrier oil. Young Living guarantees 100% oil of the highest quality. So how to use? There are 3, they have 4 listed there, but 2 of them I feel are kind of the same. There's 3 different ways. You can inhale or diffuse or aromatically. You can use a diffuser like I have in the top right-hand corner there. You can put a few drops in your hand and tent your hands and sniff them, sniff in the oils, or you can directly inhale from the bottle. And then there is the topical way, and these are all covered in my EO 101, so I'm just going to kind of glance over them just a little bit. But topically, you can put it, if you see my little guide down there in the lower right hand corner, it's kind of down the core of your body, is probably the best places to put them. But just getting them on your skin anywhere will get them into your body. And then you can also ingest them. You can put them in food, drinks. You can put them in capsules, just all different kinds of ways. Look at that picture. How many of us look like this when we're not on Zoom? So we're going to go over the 7 key areas that left in hormonal disarray will leave you feeling like a hot mess. So in these 7 areas, if they are left unattended, they can cause the hot mess that we all go through. Hopefully after this class, you will be able to target some of the areas that need help and give you some ways to support a healthier you. So please know that I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose, prescribe, treat, or cure anything that you have. I can just use a little common sense. So we're going to start with H. H in hot mess is for hunger. Surveys estimate that almost 100% of young women and 70% of young men had food cravings during the past year. Researchers from the UC San Francisco put rats in a high-stress environment and discovered 2 key points. The stressed out rats preferred to eat sugar and fat, and when the rats ate fat and sugar, their brains produced less of the stress-related hormones, the ones that trigger the fight or flight response. That I thought was really interesting. So what do we do when we are stressed out or bored? We grab that bag of potato chips or that tub of ice cream or a piece of chocolate. By doing this, we lose one stress by replacing it with another. So how can we fix this? First, we balance out our blood sugars. You can do this by eating healthier and exercising. Ningxia Red is a supplement that supports every body system, and I personally use it as a multivitamin because it helps me with every body system. I believe it helps me keep my blood pressure in check. There are many testimonials on the effects of Ningxia and diabetes too. I suggest that you do your own research and look them up. I've read some stories that will actually bring tears to your eyes to know how effective this supplement is. So next we need to increase our leptin levels. Leptin signals fullness and helps decrease appetite. Grapefruit oil is an amazing way to do this. I'm not a big fan of grapefruit. I've never really liked the fruit itself, but I do love the oil. I add it to water and occasionally to my Ningxia Red, and sometimes I even diffuse it. You can't really go wrong with citrus oils when you're diffusing. So the next way is to eat the right kind of carbs. Stay away from starchy foods like pasta, bread, some vegetables are even starchy. You want to stay away from those. Replace high sugar snacks with healthier snacks. Add citrus fresh to your salad or to a fruit salad. I've added it to just my regular salad, and to me it kind of tastes like mandarin oranges when I add it to my regular salad. So or you can make a Ningxia smoothie like they have right up there in that picture. Sleep is a tough one for many people. My husband and I suffer horribly from insomnia. My mom can attest to the fact that I've rarely ever slept a night through, and I didn't until I started using essential oils. Lavender is one of the oils that I've added to my nightly ritual. It's the Swiss Army knife of oils, and it has over 1,000 uses. The CDC recommends a minimum of 7 hours of sleep a night or more. I wasn't getting that until I started using essential oils. And you also want to make sure that you have a good sleep, not one where you're tossing and turning. O is for oh no libido. As many as 43% of women and 31% of men have experienced sexual dysfunction. And one of the most common problems is low libido or low sex drive. Subjects showed an immune response that was at least 33% higher in people who had sex 2 times a week versus those having no sex, and those with extremely high activity, according to researchers at Wilkes University in Pennsylvania. I didn't even know we had a Wilkes University in Pennsylvania, so that was kind of interesting to me. This is a problem that exists not just with women, but for men as well. So what do you do when you or your partner has low sex drive? So first, let's talk about your adrenal glands. They have 2 jobs. The first is to make adrenaline, a hormone your body creates in times of stress. But the more important job is making 2 steroid hormones, cortisol and I don't know how to pronounce this, but aldosterone. The adrenal glands affect metabolism, blood pressure, the immune system, sex hormones, and the body's responses to stress. So we need, yeah.
Stacy, how do you spell that one that you weren't sure how to pronounce?
Okay, ALDOSTERONE.
Thank you.
Yep. So we need to love our adrenals, and you can do this by using Endoflex. This blend amplifies metabolism and vitality and creates hormonal balance. You can diffuse this or use it topically. I actually have a little picture there of Endoflex. We're going to go over Endoflex a lot tonight. It's going to come up in multiple different slides. But if you look there, it kind of shows some of the things, and it also has the blend of Endoflex. Okay, and then so to get into the mood, so to speak, use Sensation. This is a massage oil with a beautiful smell that is profoundly romantic, refreshing, and arousing. It amplifies the excitement of experiencing new heights of self-expression and awareness. It's also nourishing and hydrating for the skin and is beneficial for skin problems. It's a blend of coriander, ylang-ylang, bergamot, jasmine, and geranium. So if you need some more power, try Powergize. It's an herbal supplement that sustains energy, boosts stamina, increases strength, and enhances physical performance. Powergize helps support healthy muscles, increase muscle size and strength, and enhance muscle tone and rate of muscle recovery in men. Chrissy also teaches a class called Lucy Libido. It's a very classy class and goes over a lot more products to help in this area. Maybe she'll do one sometime in the near future. No, we don't need to leave the men out though in this. So here are a few things for them. Shutron is the first one. It is the Smell Good, Feel Good oil. This blend was announced publicly as a cologne. The description vaguely states just a few drops throughout the day will help with an impossible workday or the pursuits of a special evening. So guys, Shutron is more than a cologne. It is the only oil created to catch the lady's attention. Remember, in the science of essential oils, it isn't the scent that is effective, but the chemical constituents inside the oil. Shutron is like a bottle of sweet-smelling pheromones making its way into the hidden parts of your brain and stimulates your imagination. I do not have this one yet, but it is on my list.
I do, and it's you need to get it. It does out of the men's oils. It does smell really, really good.
Right. Right.
Goldenrod works I mean, Shutron works really, really good too, but Goldenrod works really, really good, but it doesn't smell as good as the Shutron.
Right. Right. And I think we have pretty much a whole line with Sutron, the smell of Sutron
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, for men.
Goldenrod too, and you see that available, grab it because it goes out of stock pretty quickly because they only have so much of it a year
Right.
that they can
Right.
produce.
So Valor, get a boost of confidence. This is my favorite emotional blend, and it's one of the most highly sought after oils for emotional health of all of our oils. Valor is fabulous for losing emotional blocks and contains oils that stimulate the limbic area of the brain. Valor is great for helping you relax and promotes feelings of confidence and courage. Wear Valor over your heart, on your wrists, or the back of your neck. So when it's time to go to sleep, later in the evening, if your man keeps you awake with snoring, try Valor on his big toe. I heard it works wonders. Did you know that the Roman soldiers used this oil before going into battle? Now we can kind of see why. Valor might just be the thing to get those mood swings back into check as well. Prostate health. According to WebMD, all men are at risk of having prostate cancer. About 1 man in 9 will be diagnosed with it during his lifetime, but only 1 in 39 will die of this disease. About 80% of men who reach 80 have cancer cells in their prostate. Young Living's prostate health is uniquely formulated for men concerned with supporting the male glandular system and maintaining healthy, normal prostate function. Prostate health is an essential oil supplement featuring powerful saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil, ingredients known for their support of healthy prostate gland. A proprietary blend of pure geranium, fennel, myrtle, lavender, and peppermint essential oils provides the body with key components. Okay, so now it's time to rev up that engine with Goldenrod. And like Chrissy said, this is one that once it comes available, jump on it because it's usually only available once a year. Normally it's in the fall though, correct? Isn't that usually when it's available?
Yeah, like late summer, fall.
Yeah, but this year they brought it out a batch of it early. So I'm not sure if they'll have it in fall again or not. We'll have to see, I guess.
I'm not really sure. I just know that they have limited of it, so you want to
Yeah.
grab it when you can.
So the goldenrod plant is a flowering top plant found to improve circulation and aid the urinary tract. Well, maybe it's better left unsaid. The goldenrod is pretty special for men. And that's funny because, well, it just is. It aids nation, supports the urinary tract in men. It's the special magic oil for men and their masculinity. Applied topically around the golden parts, or take 3 to 4 drops internally before bedtime activities. And then I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. You need to come to a Lucy Libido class if you want to hear more about more different products to use. It's kind of a fun and funny class.
I mean, really, if you get Shutron and Goldenrod, you're good to go. Like,
Yeah.
you can learn about the other ones, but Shutron and Goldenrod, you're good.
Right. Okay, so T is for thermonuclear. Over 50% of women will experience hot flashes before, during, and/or after menopause. Recent studies have concluded that hot flashes can last for as little as a year or up to 12 years. Nearly 40% of men over the age of 45 experience being that andropausal word that's hard to pronounce. The process of, and that means is the process of losing testosterone can start as early as 20 years old. So how do we cool those hot flashes and balance those hormones? We're going to extinguish the flame. So here we are again with Endoflex. We're going to see this little bottle a lot tonight. And also, it's one of the promos this month. If you haven't put in your ER order, it is on there. The thyroid gland produces and regulates thyroid hormones. These hormones can affect energy levels, moods, and even weight. So love your thyroid with Endoflex. This blend amplifies metabolism and vitality and creates hormonal balance. And so next we're going to go to peppermint and cool ourselves off with peppermint. Remember that peppermint can be hot oil, so it's probably best if you dilute it first with a carrier oil or take internally. Peppermint has so many uses. I personally use it for indigestion, headaches, to get rid of ants, I found. Take the gardening class that Stan teaches. But it does have a definite cooling effect, and may help cool down some of those hot flashes. As women age,
it's good for me. That's what I, yeah, when I first got oily, that's what I first learned to do.
Okay.
The hot flashes would come on and then I would be putting it on. Whereas once I got on the progestins, that I didn't get the hot flashes at all. But I will tell you now that I cleaned up my liver, I'm not getting hot flashes at all.
At all.
I don't even have to take the progestins because the hot flashes have gone away. So
right.
That's been a real blessing.
I'll bet. And that's what actually we're going to get into next. As women age, progesterone levels drop. And staying hormonally balanced becomes increasingly challenging, causing everything from sleep and mood disorders to more serious health concerns. Progesterone deficiency is something that affects most women, but Progestins Plus increases hormonal balance the way nature intended. It contains sacred frankincense, bergamot, peppermint, and vitamin E for increased skin benefits. And you can see all of the different things there in that picture that it may help with. It's kind of your one-stop solution, just like the graphic says. And it was created by Dr. Purser, MD. He's an endocrine specialist. I recommend following him if you get a chance. Okay, and then cedar wood. This is what there's a story behind that one for me. I hated the smell of cedar wood. I thought it smelled like cat pee. But as my cells started healing, now it smells like cedar, actual cedar wood to me. And it's one of my favorites. And it also contains the highest amount of I'm gonna have trouble saying this, sesquiterpenes.
Close, sesquiterpenes.
That's it, sesquiterpenes.
If you look at the word, it has quit, sesquit.
Okay, so sesquiterpenes. So what are sesquiterpenes? They are a hydrocarbon group that is found in essential oils. They affect the limbic system of the brain, which may elevate mood and help us relax or overcome stress. This explains why cedar wood is relaxing and may help with focus. Before I go any further, is there any questions that anybody has? We'll go ahead and unmute yourself if you have any questions, or if you need to see a slide again. We have quite a few people on, so it's hard for me to go through all of them. Okay. All right. So M is for moody. Around the world, 1 out of 10 Americans are prescribed some form of mood-altering drug. The base chemical that Prozac is manufactured from is fluoride, a known toxic chemical that kills the pineal gland and is known to cause many other body malfunctions. Can you think of something else that might have fluoride in it? Yes, your toothpaste. So that's kind of scary. But anyhow, so what can we do to kind of tame these dragons? Okay, so we're going to tame, the first thing we're going to tame the dragon with dragon time. Dragon Thyme relieves PMS symptoms, alleviates mood swings, and headaches caused by hormonal imbalance. It's designed to invite positive emotions from women, especially during their monthly cycle, and it's recommended for both young and mature women. I think since Progestins Plus has come out, though, I think more people have switched to that in place of Dragon Thyme.
Yeah, and Dr. Purser, I've seen people ask him about that because he actually is the creator. He's the creator of Dragon Thyme and also the creator of Progestins. He's also the creator of Master Formula. But he says that you can use Dragon Thyme, but Progestins Plus came out after Dragon Thyme, and he just strongly would suggest you just use the Progestins Plus.
Right.
But if for some reason you would prefer Dragon Thyme, then go for it. It was
right.
the first product they came out with for.
Well, and it's kind of one of those things that's so great about Young Living is if something doesn't work for you, you have another option.
Exactly.
So, all right, so let's keep that crazy in check with Femagen. Femagen is a combination of hormone balancing essential oils to supply special nutritional support to female systems. It acts as a natural estrogen. It helps balance those hormones from developmental years the whole way through menopause. Joy is the next one. It's up there in the top right-hand corner. It's a beautiful blend that produces a magnetic energy that brings joy to the heart, mind, and soul. It inspires romance, which is part of the Lucy libido part, or the Ono libido, and helps overcome deep-seated grief and depression.
That was the one, it was like your cedar wood, that was joy for me. I could not stand the smell of that when I first smelled it. But now, now that my cells have adjusted, I would wear it for perfume.
Yeah. Well, and I think that we're going to see probably an influx of people buying this because of everything that we're going through these days. Just with the grief, the different stages of grief and depression, I think. So, but I'm also not like a psychic, so I can't tell that either.
Gary says if you have a grumpy husband, just drop a few drops of joy in his underwear. You put it in the underwear drawer.
There you go.
Don't tell Alex I said that though, Nikki.
All right, so here we go with the adrenals again. So let's support those adrenals some more with nutmeg. Actually, this is something that Chrissy had talked to me about. I had a lot of phlegm because I have chronic sinus problems, and all you do is take it down along your jawline, and it kind of opens up those adrenals. But it has so many uses, not just for cooking. From IBS to fatigue to arthritis, this oil is a must-have for your shelf at home. That's one that I didn't realize you could use for more than just cooking. So that was kind of interesting to me. Okay, so E is for exhausted. The average American consumes 3 cups of coffee per day, the equivalent of 285 milligrams of caffeine. The coffee cortisol connection. People who get less than 6 hours of sleep at night have a rise in ghrelin levels, which will make you hungry, and so they eat more and retain more body weight. So how are we going to fix those problems? Ningxia Nitro, it's part of the Ningxia Red line. If you feel like you have a brain fog or need some more energy, give Ningxia Nitro a try. I tried it one time. I have not had a chance to order more of it, but I guarantee you, I felt very good that entire day. And I think I only used half of that container, or like just sprayed a little bit in my Ningxia Red, and it was incredible.
What's the difference between Ningxia Nitro and Ningxia Red?
Well, we're going to go over Ningxia Red in just a little bit. Ningxia Nitro reminds me of like a 5-hour energy drink without sugar and caffeine. I don't know what the difference in the ingredients is. Is that what you're looking up, Chrissy?
Yeah, I'll look it up for you. And
Okay.
I'll put it into the comments for you, Alicia.
Okay, but it's a natural alternative to high caffeine, sugar, and artificial energy drinks. It does give quite a boost. Okay, Super B is something that I take every day. It has 8 B vitamins and helps maintain high energy. It supports the cardiovascular system and has mood support. When you drink Nature Red and take Super B, they call it the Energizer Bunny because you have so many B vitamins going through you, it just really boosts your energy. So when you're under stress, your body produces cortisol. When you have too much cortisol, it can create feelings of fatigue, you can gain weight, and eventually have heart problems. Cortisol supports the glandular systems of women, and it helps maintain the balance the body needs, balance the body's natural response to stress. Cortisol is something that I think that's pretty much what sold you, Chrissy, on Young Living, wasn't it? Was the cortisol?
Yeah, I actually started with the RC for my sinuses and my allergy issues, and then I started cortisol, which she said, oh, that might take 30 days to 60 days, you know, for you to start noticing it. I noticed within 2 weeks, I felt like a different person. My body was just so drained with fatigue.
Yeah. And so you need to get rid of that adrenal fatigue, and cortisol is a good way to do that. So if you sniff some energy, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll read the description on this nitro.
Okay.
So it says, all natural way to increase cognitive alertness, enhance mental fitness, promote energy, support overall performance. Its benefits, of course, are coming from the enhancers of the wolfberry seed oil combined with the essential oils. It improves physical performance, speeds up recovery, increases overall energy reserves while avoiding the typical caffeine crash. Other supportive ingredients, such as B vitamins, green tea extract, choline, and Korean ginseng have been added to sharpen the mind and invigorate the senses. Ningxia Nitro is a simple and convenient way to become more focused and enhance your performance. So it has niacin, vitamin B6, B12, iodine, of course, the green leaf, the mulberry leaf extract.
Okay.
That's Carol. It has cocoa bean. It does have an allergen warning. It says it contains milk and tree nut, coconut, and is not recommended for children. I think it's the B, like there's more like the ginseng, and there's the more energy stimulating, like natural caffeines.
Right. Well, and it's got the green tea leaf in it too.
Because I'm looking over here at the ingredients of the Ningxia Red, and it doesn't have like the ginseng, the green tea leaf. I don't think. I'm looking here. And like the Ningxia Red has all the trace minerals and all that in it.
Right.
So I think it's more focused on like high performance energy. And then you can also get the Ningxia Zing, which is not on here, which is something else. It's like the canned Monster drink, except it's safe.
Right. All right. So then the next thing that you could do to perk up is sniff some energy. It increases vitality, circulation, and alertness. It can be uplifting, stimulating, and an energy boost, and it supports a clear mind and focus. Yeah, I have it up there in the top left-hand corner, some of the things that it may help with. I do put this on every day, simply because I see lots of rabbits. So I use this to kind of focus that from happening. Okay, so S is for saggy skin. Avoid sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate. It is very abrasive to the skin and actually causes wrinkles. Free radicals are atoms or groups of atoms with an odd unpaired number of electrons and can be formed when oxygen interacts with certain molecules. So SLS can be found in shampoos and hair care products. Suds are a chemical reaction created when water mixes with these chemicals. Free radicals can be found on the food we eat, the medicines we take, the water we drink, the air we breathe, pretty much just about everything. So skincare is really important. It would seem that we inherit different skin problems as we age. We start off with acne and end with saggy skin. These changes are due to hormone levels in our body. As we age, it feels like we would do anything to find that fountain of youth. Well, I can't promise you the fountain of youth, but I can promise you skincare line that is completely chemical free, and that's the Young Living Art Skincare System. It safely and effectively cleanses, tones, and moisturizes your face to bring out your natural and inherent beauty. So I guess I did not include a picture. There's just the picture that's there. That was actually just on a sale that they just had too, I believe, recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other thing too, like we don't think about, but sugar literally will go in and kill your skin cells. So like someone who has a high sugar diet, you can really tell it in their skin.
Right. So Ningxia Red is my favorite supplement, I think, because it tastes really good. But I also, because I know what it does. This little drink can support every single body system that you have. 3 ounces of this registers at 30,000 on the ORAC scale. And the ORAC scale is what measures antioxidants. Blueberries are at 2,400 and pomegranates are at 10,000. They're both in that drink as well. There's just, and Chrissy kind of read off a lot of what the ingredients were in that, along with essential oils. Everybody should be on Ningxia Red. Okay, so frankincense. Frankincense is wonderful to use in a daytime or nighttime serum. It can support elasticity in the skin. It was used as a primary healer back during the time of Jesus and was more valued than gold. You will watch your skin become more vibrant with good old Frank. Plus, it also has comforting properties that help focus the mind and help overcome stress and despair. This is also on the promotion this month, which I am happy to say I will be getting 2 this month. It's an expensive oil because it comes from the frankincense tree, the bark on it, and it takes them 40 years before they can tap that tree to get the highest constituents in that oil. And so I'm excited that is, I can't believe it's one of the promotions this month, but I was super excited when it was.
And just for the new people, usually in December, they'll also put it in the promotions. However, this year they did it in October and December. So if you're looking to try and get frankincense for free, keep that in mind. Like if you up your orders, watch in like November, October, well, maybe it's October and December, but usually definitely has always been in December. What they did this year was they did frankincense in like October, and then they did sacred frankincense in December. So good time to like save up.
Yeah.
To get
definitely. Well, and plus Ningxia too. Usually right around Thanksgiving, there's generally a sale on that. So, all right. So Agiles is perfect for an active lifestyle. It supports the body's response to acute inflammation in healthy people and promotes healthy joint flexibility and mobility and cartilage health. Collagen is a great source of amino acid, which we need to protect or to produce healthy levels of hormones. And that is what is in Agiles. So that would be a great thing for healthy joints.
It also has turmeric in it, which is highly anti-inflammatory if you're into the turmeric.
Right. Okay, and then our last S is for sleepless wonder. Humans can go approximately 264 hours or 11 days without sleep before the body starts to die. Many accidents occur when people are sleep deprived, such as the infamous Exxon Valdez disaster and the Chernobyl nuclear accident. Falling asleep while driving is responsible for at least 100,000 crashes, 40,000 injuries, and 1,550 deaths per year. That's a lot. All right, so how can we fix the sleeplessness? I really, really wanted to know that, and so did my husband. So the first thing is to get out in the sun. There are at least 6 reasons to get out in the sun. The first one, it puts you in a better mood. The second one, getting sun exposure during the day with all that yummy serotonin also puts you on track for more effective production of melatonin, the hormone that helps sleep. The third reason, when sunlight touches your skin, a compound called nitric oxide is released into the blood vessels, a process that brings blood pressure levels down, which I did not realize that until I took this class. But this also can lower the risks of heart attack and stroke. The fourth reason, while sunlight brings increased chances of skin cancer, which we have a sunscreen, a number of studies have shown associations between sun exposure and lower risks of colorectal, prostate, and breast cancer, as well as non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Credit vitamin D for those wins. Oh, and by the way, we also have like insect repellents and all kinds of stuff, both of which are on our orders this month. So the sunscreen is definitely there. You want to make sure that you get them soon because they go out of stock really quick.
Another thing you want to think about with your skin is what you're eating is what your skin is made of. So a reason, if you look at statistics between the United States and some of the other countries where they have like a high olive oil or Mediterranean diet, they do not get the issues that we have.
Right.
So if you're eating a high sugar, high chemical filled diet or lifestyle, that's what your skin's made of. So
right.
it's something to keep in mind.
Okay, so the fifth reason that you should soak up some sunshine is appropriate levels of vitamin D also help keep your bones healthy. And that becomes even more important as we get older and menopause zaps our bone strength. But even kids are seeing the effects of lower sun exposure. Researchers worldwide are alarmed by the increase in rickets. We haven't heard of that word in a long time. Rickets are a disease once thought to be eradicated, but it softens the bones and can lead to fractures. And the sixth reason, get tan, lose weight. It's not quite that easy, sorry. But there are some links between sunshine and weight loss. One study found that the higher your vitamin D levels were before starting a weight reduction plan, the more likely you were to succeed, especially for ditching belly fat. Another study suggested that older women who don't get enough vitamin D might be slightly heavier than those who do. So it's really important to soak up that sunshine. So I use lavender in my pillow spray. I use Stress Away lavender and cedarwood. Lavender and cedarwood are both in Stress Away, so it just kind of gives it that boost. However, there are about 10% of people that lavender invigorates. Chrissy is one of them, and my husband is another. So that's the great thing about Young Living, is if something doesn't work for you, there are other options to try. So Peace and Calming is what I would recommend as your second one, and I believe that Alicia tried that, and that's working really good for her. So
wait, can I hear her testimony on that? I love the testimonies. This
sure.
is why I love unwrapping. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your class. I want to hear the testimonies.
What do you want to know? Like, I can't sleep with lavender ever, ever, ever. So I started using copious amounts of Peace and Calming, and it works really well.
We are soul sisters because that's exactly how I
Oh,
am. So.
sister.
Exactly how I am. Peace and calming will knock me out, but lavender, I'll be wide awake.
I know. I tried lavender and I woke up at 2 a.m, like ready to run a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, then
peace
you
and
need to
calming
take
is fun.
lavender before you go exercise.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. So stress away, however, though, the name is really all you need to know about this little bottle. I call it happiness in a bottle, and it's for like everyday stresses. I put it on every day too. Oh, and let's talk about that Endoflex one last time. Common adrenal fatigue symptoms include sleep problems, depression, reduced tolerance for stress, increase in the number of infections, anxiety, sweet cravings, and one often kind of feels cold. So Endoflex supports the adrenals and thyroid, and it's important to get both of them moving and functioning correctly. So that's why I think Endoflex is pretty much the whole way through this, because it supports so many different parts of this. That's why I'm really glad it's also as one of the promotions this month. So that is why we are a hot mess some of the time. Hopefully you were able to pick out a few of the products that might help you into beautiful bliss. Are there any questions? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you need to see another slide, or if you have any questions about anything I went over. Or raise your hand if you don't know how to unmute yourself. Okay. Looks like some of you are still waiting, so I'll kind of give you a minute for that slide.
I was thinking when you were talking about the Ningxia Red, about like a lot of times you don't realize that the products are working, because as your body naturally heals itself, you start feeling better. And then you might just like, I'll stop using something and then realize, oh my gosh, like that's why I've been feeling so good. But the one day Stacy and I met in Chambersburg at Steph's house, and she just was not herself. I didn't know if something had happened or she was grumpy. I even was like, did I do something like that upset her? So I asked her later, I was like, are you okay? And she was like, oh, I didn't take my Ningxia Red. Like it makes a
Yes.
huge difference when you get used to having the support.
Yeah, I've learned because you should always give your body a break for one day a week. I've learned my body does not like that at all. So what I do is I will take a break from this one day, but I'll still use my oils. And then I'll take a break from my oils another day, but I'll go back to using this. And that seems to work pretty good. But yeah, your body should have a break from each thing a week. But I will never do it all in one day again.
And the reason they suggest that is just so that your body functions on its own, like that it's not constantly being like that you're allowing it to do its own job, because the whole point is for your body to heal and to be supported, not for something like to do the job for it.
Right, right. Okay, so there is our beautiful oils kit, along with our Thieves kit and our Ningxia kit. Now the Thieves kit and the Ningxia kit have changed a little bit, as well as price. It has dropped in price, but it does not include the basic kit anymore with it, and that's the Stress Away and the Ningxia. But the oils kit I think is the best, unless you're interested in which. That is also a really good buy. But the oils, the oil kit with the diffuser is the best bang for your buck if you want some oils.
I also posted in By Design, I don't know if you took it over into green gold, but the comparison chart of all the starter kits. So you see what you get in each kit now, and then the new cost.
I saw that. I haven't had a chance to post that yet, but I will be posting that in green gold.
You can go dig that up if you want. It tells you what all's in the new setups.
The new setups, yeah. But I also have an EO class for anybody who's interested in coming. It's called Flourish. And if you want to invite anybody to that, I go into more depth of that kit. But that's one of the ways, well, that's the only way to sign up as a member. There are 3 different ways. And if you got a chance to print out the printouts, there's, it kind of goes into 3 different ways to get these products. The first way is you can do retail. You don't get any discounts, but you're not committed to doing anything. The second way is to become a wholesale member. You spend, in order to keep that membership running, you spend $50 a year to keep that membership, and you get 24% off of all the product. But my favorite way is the essential rewards way, because trust me when I say, and I did this the wrong way, but trust me when I say it's good to get started with this from week 1.
Yes.
Because of all the free stuff you get. You can see that some of the free, then the way to do that is you spend $50 a month. And trust me when I say you're already spending $50 a month on stuff that you can replace and spend less in this company. But then on top of that, when you're spending it in this company, you're getting all kinds of free stuff. So you're definitely making out in this bargain. So months 1 through 3, you get 10%. It's kind of like Kohl's Cash, where you can spend that in store. So just say you spend $100, you'll get $10 in PV points, which is what you can spend on other products. But you only have to spend $50 a month. I'm just doing that because it's easy math. And then months 4 through 24, you get 20%. Months 25 and above, you get 25%. There's no fees ever, and there's no contract, which means if you want to drop back after a couple of months because you can't afford it, that's fine. You're not going to get your hand slapped or anything like that. It's
just call them and say, I'd like to drop my essential rewards, but chances are you will never do it because you trade out all the stuff you're buying at the store.
Exactly. So, and then also, then they don't have to do this. Months 3, 6, 9, and 12, they're going to send you a free bottle of oil. It's not going to cost you anything. I just got my month 12, which is the loyalty blend, and I'll get that every 12 months as long as I'm an ER member. And that is a specific blend. You can't buy loyalty. We can't buy loyalty. It is a blend that Gary Young came up with specifically for his ER members. And then on top of that, there are so many other different things that you have available to you. There are monthly promotions that you can get a lot more free stuff. We have groups that train.
Like the frankincense we were talking about?
Yes, and the Energize that we were talking about.
Is free this month.
Both of them worked perfectly for this class. But we also have a really active team, and there's leadership and suggestions and tips and hints and everything, and we're always more than willing to help. So we don't just hand you a kit and say, you're on your own, go ahead and do what you want to do. We're going to help you with it. So those are just a few little perks. Plus, if you buy a kit, then we also have a welcome gift that we give you that has a bunch of free stuff in it. And this is what my welcome kit looks like. I believe this is kind of what Chrissy's looks like as well, along with some pointer cards and stuff to help you get started. And that's the end of my presentation. Just looking to see who all we've got on here now that I stopped sharing. So are there any questions? Do you want to discuss anything? Can we help you in any way? Alicia, you hit your hands up, or was that your baby?
Oh no, I'm clapping.
Okay. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question.
Can you go over EndoFlex for me? Like what that is, what it does? That would be helpful. Thank you.
There's so many.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, you can. I'll go. I know that it helps anything with,
Anything with endo supports your endocrine system.
yeah. So I know it helps
Anything
with
Young Living that has endo in it is endocrine support, or like, so Juba is he took that out of the word rejuvenate. That's all liver support.
it also your adrenal glands, helps with your adrenal glands. It amplifies metabolism and vitality and creates hormonal balance. Find it yet, Chrissy?
Yeah, it says Endogize helps women maintain a healthy endocrine system with everyday worries and poor nutritional practices. The body becomes stressed and out of balance. This can increase cortisol levels and decrease estrogen or testosterone. Oh, sorry. Let me mute that. Which can lead to a diminished libido and imbalanced metabolism that further leads to a decrease in energy and an increase in food consumption. For a woman's body to maintain health and vitality, it is critical for her to maintain a healthy endocrine system, which regulates several of the body's systems by releasing hormones into the bloodstream. Once in the bloodstream, sorry. I went to hang up and I'm like, I'm going to hang up on her and I can't do that. Releasing hormones into the bloodstream. Once in the bloodstream, the hormone travels to a specific body system, such as the adrenals, the pituitary, the hypothalamus, the thyroid, and the ovaries. And when the endocrine system is not balanced, each one of these body systems is unable to function properly and can put undue stress on other systems of the body. So it has like things in it, like the different essential oils, and it has like B6 in it. It has different types of like ashwagandha root, which you should not use when you're pregnant, by the way. It does contain soy. That's the only warning here. It has a lot of cool, is this a?
Are you getting that out of your supplement book?
No, I got that out of I was going to say that it should be in my supplement book. Endogize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may not, is it?
They were going to get rid of this too. I'm glad they decided not to. Like just last week, it was on the list to be gone. So in here it says ashwagandha root has been touted to help the adrenal fatigue. So then this book here goes into like what each, like if you're really into this, like this book is what you want to get, because it goes into what each ingredient in the supplements does, which I love. Maybe you're not.
Yeah, I can post a link to that in green gold for that book.
Yeah, I need that book.
Yeah, you'll love it. Okay, so just okay, so ashwagandha root has been touted to help with adrenal fatigue, support inflammation in the body, boost testosterone levels, help increase fertility in men, help to lower blood sugar levels, improve insulin sensitivity in muscle cells, improve memory and brain function, help reduce cortisol levels when chronically stressed, and also support healthy emotions, peace, and stress. Other herbs and phytonutrients in Endogize are used for libido support and overall health of the endocrine system. It contains natural DHEA found in wild yams and is helpful for mood swings, night sweats, general hormone support for both men and women. So you definitely want to get Jenna Sullivan. Another thing you could do until you get the book, she has a podcast. And it has each and every one of this information is in those podcasts. Like you can go to that supplement and listen to that podcast about that supplement, which is basically what's in here. So that's free. So if you like podcasts, there you go. Her name's Jen. Let me spell it for you. Jen, Jen Osullivan.
I see my little Mackie, my little peach down there.
Oh, is that what you're glowing about?
Yeah. She keeps popping in.
Chrissy, wasn't that Endogize you were reading about, not Endoflex?
Oh, was I in the wrong one?
I think
Yes,
she
it
has
was
about
Endogize.
Endoflex. Yeah, it was
Oh, I'm
Endogize.
sorry. I'm sorry. Oils. I went Endoflex.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. When I was reading that, I thought, well, this is a supplement. Why didn't I see that at the first place? Because I went to the wrong one. Endo, MN, Flex 151. Yes, that would be an oil. Okay, that was a supplement, not what she was talking about. Endoflex amplifies metabolism and vitality, creates hormonal balance. It is a very short description. Spearmint, sesame seed oil, sage, geranium, myrtle, German chamomile, and nutmeg. It does a lot. You can diffuse it 30 minutes, 3 times a day, put on top to directly inhale it, dilute 1 to 1, so it's not a hot oil. You can apply it to your lower back, your thyroid, your kidneys, your liver, your feet, your glandular locations, or desired location as needed. So Vitality and regular is the same oil inside. That's shorter, sorry.
That's okay.
Thanks
Okay.
for that catch, Pam.
I have a little story about the Endoflex. So I've been having trouble with my adrenals, I know. And I have my husband roll it on at night before I go to bed. And on my lower back, I actually have 2 spots that are touchy some nights. And I think that's my adrenals. So I always have him roll the Endoflex and the nutmeg before I go to bed. Right on lower back. Well, kind of like right below the bra strap, really. A little bit below.
Have you noticed the difference yet?
Oh, yeah. It took a while, but yes, this week's better.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Pam's going to be our endocrine specialist because she has
Yeah.
hard at getting my endocrine system straightened up.
Yeah, that supplement book's wonderful. That's really good. Really good.
I
really like it.
Each supplement, I like what each part of the supplement does individually, not just what the ingredients are, but what that thing does.
Right. And how she explains, like, this one is for hormone, this is for sleep. And she has a protocol that she suggests you go through. And I like that too. I think she has a lot of information to share. She's good.
Well, and it also, if you're on other medications, it also will let you know what you shouldn't take on the medications. Are there any other questions?
I just hope Tori gets to film better. Can I sneak you anything?
Okay, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up tonight. And I hope you all at least found something that you learned tonight on things.